Bueno, listos, bienvenidos. A nombre de la Cámara de Comercio Italiana en México, les doy la bienvenida a este webinar que forma parte de la quinta edición de Encuentro Creativo, un proyecto de la Cámara Italiana apoyado por la Embajada de Italia en México. El objetivo de Encuentro Creativo, como saben, es promover la oferta académica italiana en México, acercando a estudiantes y profesionales a las instituciones educativas y oportunidades formativas de Italia. Es un honor darles una calurosa bienvenida a este webinar titulado A New Creative Process in Jewelry Design, Space, Potential, Causality, and the Unexpected. Hoy tenemos el privilegio de contar con la participación de Bárbara Brocchi en representación del IED. El IED, Instituto Europeo de Design, es una de las instituciones académicas más reconocidas a nivel internacional en el ámbito del diseño, la moda, la comunicación y las artes visuales. Con campus en ciudades como Milán, Roma, Madrid, Barcelona y Sao Paulo, ofrece programas que abarcan desde diseño de producto y gráfico hasta marketing, management creativo y diseño de interiores. Fundado en 1966, el IED se distingue por su enfoque innovador y su conexión directa con la industria creativa, brindando a los estudiantes una forma integral que combina metodología académica, experimentación y colaboración con empresas líderes del sector. Ahora daré la bienvenida a nuestro orador, Bárbara Brocchi, coordinadora del Laboratorio de Diseño del curso de verano de joyería en el IED Roma. Bárbara trabaja desde 1986 como ilustradora, directora de arte y diseñadora de producto con estudios de comunicación, editoriales, agencias de publicidad, marcas de moda y empresas, además de colaborar como consultora con startups de nuevos talentos. Miembro del comité científico de la Rome Jewelry Week, que es ahorita, apparently, conferencista internacional desde el 2002 con instituciones académicas de Corea, México, Perú, China y Kuwait. Ilustradora de joyería para el libro de tendencias de joyería Vicenza Oro de Futurist. E ilustradora de joyas para Bulgari, Musa, Lucia, Festa, Will Pop, Cinemagia, Jenna Flower de Parabaya Book, The Watch Magazine, Preciosa Magazine, entre otras. Egresada del IE de Roma con título en Ilustración y Diseño Gráfica. Bienvenida, Bárbara. Paso a ti la palabra. Gracias por
Oh,
estar
muchas
aquí.
gracias. Muchas gracias. Hola a todo el mundo. Yo soy muy contenta. Se habla un poquito de español, un poquito de inglés ahora, ¿no? ¿Está perfecto la voz? Ricardo? Perfecto. Eh, yo soy muy contenta de conocer todo la gente esta noche, porque para mí es noche, por vosotros es mañana, yo creo, ¿no? Eh, aquí en Roma, yo vivo en Roma. Ricardo me presentó como una persona increíble. Yo soy una persona increíble, pero la cosa que más me gusta es la relación con los estudiantes. Me gusta muchísimo conocer la gente, compartir mi conciencia, mi investigación, mi trabajo con toda la gente del mundo. Yo hablo un poquito de español aquí. Disculpe porque mi español es un poquito italiano-español, no tengo una pronuncia muy bonita, pero yo creo que la gente me entiende. Em, yo soy muy contenta. Muchas gracias, Ricardo. Muchas gracias, Verónica, por esta increíble oportunidad, porque yo creo que está muy interesante por la gente comprender qué se puede hacer en un país muy cerca del México. Italia y México tienen la misma sensibilidad, la misma, ¿cómo se puede decir? La misma amor por el arte, porque la tradición mexicana es una tradición que tiene increíble historia. También la historia italiana tiene lo mismo. I think that is a great thing to do it because we study from the beginning when we start our life history of arts, and you lived in the middle of arts. We live in the middle of arts, so that is very close to us. Tenemos lo mismo, ¿no? Tenemos la misma sensación de apartenencia, apartenencia no, al arte del país donde vivimos, donde nacimos y todo. Yo soy yo soy una persona, porque soy coordinadora, soy profesora de muchos años, 40 años, 40 years of teaching. Imagine what does it mean. People became crazy with me because I love to teach. I love to put a lot of energy in my work. I love to be connected with my student. Me gusta muchísimo hablar con los estudiantes, entender qué tienen en la cabeza los estudiantes. Y me gusta muchísimo empezar un camino de conocimiento. Italia es muy similar del México. Yo trabajo también en México, en Guadalajara, trabajo mucho en la joyería en México. Y todos los estudiantes mexicanos tienen una energía increíble, tienen una historia increíble. Y tienen la sensación de conocer su propia tradición mejor que el italiano, pero tiene un problemito pequeñito que se puede, we try to solve it in another way. So find a good methodology to do it, because the Mexican people have a great roots, great traditional background, incredible history. They put a lot creativity in everything, but I'm sure that if it's possible to grow up a little bit more, with also the connection with another methodology in the other part of the world, they could grow up in an incredible way. Is that the reason why Ricardo called me and he asked me, Barbara, we need to speak with you. We want to know what is possible to do here with the, university like your university. La universidad donde enseño es una universidad de design, donde toda la gente cuando entra se siente parte de un lugar, es del lugar de la creatividad. El secreto de la creatividad es el secreto que toda la gente tiene en su mismo. Yo soy segura que toda la gente aquí somos 60, 65, no, 84. Todos los minutos más gente, y soy muy contenta, bienvenido a todos. Tenemos 85 ahora personas y yo soy segura que la gente tiene en su propia identidad una parte increíble de creatividad. Pero muchas veces no se sabe dónde se puede ir, porque la creatividad puede ser la creatividad con el tejido, ¿por qué no? La creatividad con la materia, la joyería, ¿por qué no? Por la moda, todo es posible. La cosa más importante es entender la dirección justa y buscar la metodología que te pueda ayudar a entender que tú tienes en tu corazón, en tu cabeza. I love to speak with people. I love to understand people. For me, as a professor, the first things is to have a connection with people, with students. I love it. I really love it because I think that each singular person has something to discover. And I love to be connected with them. Necesito entender que pone su propia vida nella scuola, perché è un sogno, no? It's a kind of dream. You dream something like this. You dream to be someone one day. And that is the good things. So why? One of the things that I say every time, that creativity takes courage. You know what does it mean? To find in every person the courage to be yourself. Don't be scared. Why? You need to try. You need to be unique. You need to find your way. You need to find a way to explore yourself, explore the world around you. You know, the world is a mess in this period, especially in Europe. You don't know, but here in all Europe, Mediterranean area is very difficult. But creativity, you know, it's incredible because creativity helps you to find solution in everything. And we love it. In Rome, I live in Rome. EAD has a different kind of location, a different kind of university. We have Roma, Milano, Torino. We have Barcelona, Madrid. Pero la cosa más importante por nosotros es hablar de creatividad con vosotros en con diferentes oportunidades. Vamos a hacer hoy un viaje juntos. We are going to do a kind of, journey together. And I love it. As I told you, or I didn't tell you, but I told right now, I want to tell you right now, I'm a professor of jewelry design, methodology, and illustration. But also I teach product design, interior design, graphic design, and accessory design and fashion design. Because life is a long journey. That is something that probably people don't understand at the beginning. But if you are curious, if you love your job, don't stop to do only one thing, but put yourself inside these beautiful things that is the life and try to explore different horizons. Okay? I want that from you. I want that people try to be themselves, but listen, look at the things, breathe. Is that the reason why today we are working with a different, completely kind of journey? I would like to express with you, I would like to explain you, me gustaría muchísimo hablar con vosotros de un proceso diferente, completamente diferente, de metodología. Porque la gente dice, ok, cuando se puede trabajar por un taller o por una investigación o por una metodología de proyecto, ¿qué se hace? Se toma la foto, se toma la palabra clave, se toma el color por la paleta de color y después se hace todo. Pero la vida no es esta ahora. Tenemos un nuevo lenguaje, es un lenguaje que tenemos en el mundo de la creatividad. We have a new language. That is very important things because with the new language we can do a lot of things. We can open our mind. So we can start together this journey. And me and Ricardo, we will bring you with us in that beautiful way. Next one. Okay. Why? We need to see things from another point of view. I want that from you. I want that you look at the things in a completely other point of view. Is that the reason why I love to put everything upside down? Because when people start to think and say, okay, that is the process, I need to follow the process. Yes, but not only like this. If you want to be unique, if you want to find your solution, if you want to find your creativity, if you want to find something different from the other one, change the point of view. Try to look at the things in a different way. People walk straight, like a horse, like this. They walk on the street, they never look up, they never look side. They walk straight on the street. Try to change the way how you look at the things. Try to change the point of view that you have in something and go inside it zooming and create a close-up of the image. That is the big difference. I love to do that. I love that the people try to look at the things in a different way. So we will try together to understand this today. I don't want from you, oh, Barbara is speaking like she's crazy. I'm not crazy because I love to study with people in this way. I'm a very visionary person. I'm a visionary person in my school because, as Ricardo told you, I'm the coordinator of jewelry design department. I love to put a lot of different, you know, um, way of looking at the methodology. I'm teaching methodology. And every time I did something completely different because I don't want that people, follow the normal way of. Yes, I teach also the normal way of methodology, but I teach also to look at the things in a different way. Next one. Thank you, Ricardo. Thank you so much. So, why? We are in the middle of everything. We jump inside the water, we jump inside the art, we jump inside the subjects, we jump inside every part of our life, and we need to look at the things 360-degree every time. 360-degree. You know why? Because it's the only way to catch the moment in every single things that is in front of you. If I have a brush, I look at the brush, that is a normal brush. That is a brush. It's a very soft brush. It's a Chinese brush, okay? So that brush is very soft. For me, the brush means how I can use it. I can use for the watercolor, I can use for the gouache. So what the meaning is, a pincel is nothing but could be everything. So the meaning is what you see in something that you have in front of you, or in which way I can understand what is around me. Is that the reason why you need to have more than one eyes? You need to have thousands of eyes and use it. Remember to use it. Don't stop. Don't be lazy, but try to be every time curious. Curiosity is the biggest challenge of life. Okay? The next one. So, aquí tenemos una parte también en español porque yo creo que es muy necesario entender el significado real, porque muchas veces el inglés no tiene la misma sensación poética. Yo creo que el inglés es muy, ¿no? Yo amo muchísimo el México. Yo creo que soy parte mexicana porque yo amo todo el Dios de los Muertos, que no puede una locura para mí. Yo fui a la Calaverandia en Guadalajara y para mí es un lugar increíble. Pero Calaverandia también es un lugar donde la gente que llega está llena de información. Esto es el mundo. Calaverandia está perfecto por explicar a vosotros que la tradición es una locura, pero de lo mismo es un acto de vida. Eh, este es un lugar donde la gente cree en su mismo, en su, ¿cómo se dice? En la persona que no está más aquí en este mundo, pero tiene una conexión. Es un secreto de vida increíble. Es un power. You have the power to be connected. And that is something that doesn't exist in Italy. So you are lucky because you have incredible roots, incredible traditional things. So today we will take a journey together, I told you, and we will explore what? How a creative process can be built through different point of view and inputs. That is very good. Necesitamos estímulos constantes, investigar, respetar nuestro planeta, pero sobre todo encontrar nuestra identidad. Esta es la cosa más importante. Yo creo que Eddie, Alan, Alejandra, Alma, Alondra, Amori, Ana Claudia, Ana Pau, toda la gente aquí tiene una identidad increíble, pero muchas veces no tiene la parte de conocer su mismo. Nosotros podemos ayudar en mi escuela, en el curso que tenemos, podemos ayudar a la gente a buscar el justo camino de su creatividad. Vamos a la próxima, por favor. Mucho. Thank you very much. Okay, so what's happened right now? Tenemos el escenario. We have the scenery. What does it mean, scenario? Scenario is something that is very big because it's not like there is a room, there is a display, there is a video, there is a cover. Scenarios is something big. So what's happened right now? We are living in the era of hyperconnection. I was born in 1964. I'm 61. And you can imagine what does it mean for me? I grew up without anything. You can imagine? I didn't know what does it mean telephone. I didn't know what does it mean, you know, have a connection with internet. I didn't have any kind of, interaction with people. Only the normal telephone that you take it and say, "Hello, I'm here," and you say, "Mama, may I take a call?" I don't know because I have to do a lot of things. So, you know, we didn't have our space. You have your space. We didn't have information, nothing. We need to go to the bibliothèque, la biblioteca, ¿no? Con toda la información, con los libros, abre los libros, busca la información, hora, hora, hora. La belleza de todo esto es que vosotros tenete la facilidad de trabajar muy listo. Se puede trabajar con una velocidad diferente. Ma imagina yo. It's impossible to think about that because when I grew up, I didn't have anything, nothing. Only, speak with people. We have a very big group of people. We have the interconnection with us, with friends in the same place, in same area. We were usually say, okay, we will go together to the garden. Okay, all together to the garden. So 100 people together speaking, speaking. So the hyperconnection was great. But right now, the hyperconnection is a billions of information, stimuli from all over the world. You know, what does it mean? We need to keep, because sometimes we can become crazy. How you can? You scroll the telephone every day and you try to find, oh, I want to see that. 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 How many people in that group right now, stay hours and hours and hours on internet, on Instagram, on, TikTok, in every social media to be curious what's happening in the world. But imagine what's happened to me. Nothing. Only use my hand because I didn't have computer. I didn't have iPad. I didn't have anything. I had the power in my hand. I was lucky. I think that I was lucky more than you because I know what does it mean drawing. I know what does it mean using my hand. I know what does it mean using my eyes to reconnect it with the world. And remember that what remains today. Vivimos nella era della iperconexión. Y cuando se reciben miles y millones de información, los estímulos es muy difícil de agarrar. Se puede agarrar, pero después un segundo tiene un otro estímulo. Se puede agarrar después de segundo un otro estímulo. ¿Cómo se puede tomar todo esto? Con una metodología diferente, yo creo, con un método diferente. Porque cuando se estudia, el profesor te dije, yo voy un trabajo, una tarea donde tú puedes poner en mi tarea una investigación sobre la música. Está perfecto. Aquí ponemos Pinterest, esto, pero la sensación de la música que se escucha es diferente. I can hear music with my ear and I have sensation. I can breathe. I can look with my eyes. So I put something different inside. Next one, right, Ricardo, thank you so much. That is the perconnection. Okay, right now, it's a kind of test. I don't want to know each of you because I know that it's difficult, but it's enough that you try with me. Find 5 pictures in 2 seconds that are interactive with you. For me, immediately the chain. For me, immediately the lady with the pink dress and the black hat. For me, at the bottom, the stripes with the blue inside, like, painting. And no more. 3, I choose. So, Ricardo, which one you choose it?
I think lo voy a decir en español, pero hay una imagen que es como una figura de diseño azul con amarillo, verde.
Sí,
Me
está
hace eso
bien, está
súper
bien.
interesante.
Sí,
Eh, hay un anuncio aquí de Miu Miu
sí.
que se me hizo, ya a lo mejor porque vengo del branding, y hay una foto como de unas escaleras azul, morado, blanco.
Imagina qué significa por Ricardo eso. Ricardo tomó 3 imágenes diferentes. Una porque es muy, muy cerca de Miu Miu, porque estudia brand identity. So what's happened? When we choose something very close to us, and immediately our eyes going in the comfort zone. Is that the different things? Ricardo, he choose the comfort zone. And probably I choose the same. I choose jewelry because it's my comfort zone. And that was for me incredible. It's raining in Rome right now. And so that is what is. Hola todo, Dan Sara. And Sara, hola, hola, Ansara. Mucho gusto, Ansara. Ah, no, Aranza, Aranza. Em, yo creo que para mí y por Ricardo vamos a buscar una imagen que es una imagen que representa a nosotros. Es la imagen que raconta, ¿no?, la vida que tenemos en relación con el segmento que te gusta más. Me and, and Ricardo, we are very close to the that you choose. Am I sure that you have done the same things? I'm sure about that. So the hyperconnection is something that we need to be controlled because it's too much sometimes. It's really too much. So is that the reason why I like that we try also to change something? It's more easy for me because I live the past. I'm going through all the incredible journey of my life. 40 years is a lot. 40 years of all kind of people. You know, Pierpaolo Piccioli, that was the creative director of Valentino for 8 years, and before from Fendi, and before for other things. And now for Balenciaga, he was my student. Giambattista Valli, he was my student. Maria Grazia Chiudi, she was my student. Marco Di Vincenzo di Fendi, he was my student. So I had a lot of students very strong in my life. And that was great because I had the opportunity also to give them something. So is that the reason why it's so important? Do you hear the rain? No? Perfect. A little bit. Okay. And that is incredible now because, you know, life, it's really a journey. But what I want from you, that you try to move right now with me from that hyperconnection and you feel something different. Next one, Richard. Thank you. So here what's happened? Oh my God, nothing. I can't believe it, that things. We don't have nothing, boys, girls. And what we breathe in this moment, what we are looking for, we try to focus in something, but we don't have anything. So that is a good thing because we need to search. I'm sure that everybody are looking for something. And everybody say, oh, that could be probably a sunset. Oh, that could be probably, I don't know, a color. Oh, that would be probably some. So I didn't recognize anything, or I recognize, I don't know. But that is the way. First, you are blind. And then we go through another things. Next one. Look at this. So that is a kind of sketch. That is a kind of, book. It's the book of life where it's a kind of archive. Es un archivio, ¿no? Donde pongo todo, la ropa, la memoria, the thing that I love it. Me gusta poner un florecito, yo pongo el florecito, una palabra, yo pongo la palabra, cortar, poner una... Es uno sketchbook, es una parte de vida, ¿no? Y tenemos esto de hacer. Y yo espero que toda la gente aquí, yo no lo sé si son personas que estudian ahora, si son personas que tengan 1 o 2 años en la universidad, o personas que tengan solo la idea de hacer un percurso con nosotros, pero por favor, tomad en toda la vida la oportunidad de hacer un sketchbook en tu vida, porque los sketchbook es una parte del viaje de tu vida. Dibuja, escribe, pon tu idea. You need to to sketch on it. You need to draw it. You need to bring ideas because that is a journey that sometimes the journey, blown away. But in that way, it still remain in a paper. And that is a great thing. And when you use a pencil or pen or watercolor, you are in connection with yourself and you put yourself in a piece of paper. Next one. So, I want that you serve the world with different eyes. Necesito que tú puedas ver el mundo con ojos diferentes. You change the perspective, shift the point of view, go beyond mere representation. Change your point of view. Cambia el punto de vista. El focus es diferente, completamente diferente, ¿no? And that's what I want from you. You change your point of view. Next one. So what I want from you right now is different. So look at the point of view. My eyes at the beginning is a normal eyes. What's happened over here? I completely change my focus in the eye, and the eye, became before double, and the blending, and after became a stroke. So we became more emotional. We have a personal evolution, and we try to be more adaptably in the world. Next one. So now, what I want from each of you. How many people we are now? 133. Perfect. I love it. Um, Reconnecting with your emotion. How many people here in this moment are not in a connection with himself? Or they are so focused, hyper connected with the digital, they don't recognize themselves. You know, I know a lot of people that are doing that. So regaining that sensitivity means returning to see reality in an authentic way, to grasp the beauty in the details, to define priority, and to put emotion at the service of learning and creativity. When you want to do a process, when you want to do a project, when you love to do a project, don't do only, I do research, I put a picture, and I do it because I got enough on my professor, I hate my professor, I got enough of it. Don't do that for the professor. You need to do that for you. That is your chance. That is your way. You, Tú tienes la oportunidad de buscar tu propia necesidad, de hablar con tú mismo y poner qué te necesita por descubrir tu alma, tu creatividad. Recuperar esta sensibilidad significa volver a ver la realidad de forma auténtica, captar la belleza de los detalles, definir la prioridad y poner las emociones al servicio de aprendizaje y de creatividad. Yo voy a esto, que la gente pone las emociones al servicio del aprendizaje y de la creatividad, porque la emoción significa la relación con el environment, with the people, with people like you, with the world, with the sky, with the metro, with everything, you know? Next one. Okay, here we have different lines, we have different things, and I put always right here only to explain you what we are going to do in the next picture. Design narrative. Creativity is a language of intention. The cultural landscape is evolving a lot. The creative research and the methodology is, sometimes is out of the boundaries. And it's important that became a dynamic expression of yourself. The prospective invite you to flip the script. What does it mean? To turn conventional methods upside down and discover a new way of reading, making, interpreting. So remember, take a picture of this one. Everybody take a picture of this one, because in the next picture, I didn't have any kind of information like this, only in few slides, but you can find what I say in the visual picture that I show you, okay? So creative practice became a language of intention. We speak with identity, with rhythm, and purpose. Designer and student alike are embracing the shift, creating space for personal interpretation and deeper emotional connection. I want that. I want that you enter in the picture. I want that you enter in the idea. ¿Puede compartir de favor en el formulario? Está una persona que está hablando, Ricardo, yo no lo sé.
Sí,
Em,
sí, perdón, directamente Bárbara, Verónica y Aranza contestan esas preguntas. No te preocupes.
ok. Está perfecto. Um, Designers and students alike embracing the shift, creative space, as I told you before, deeper emotional connection. This process is not linear. So the process not linear means that you don't follow sometimes a straight line. Professor is good when explaining the method, but it's also good when it change the method, because the brain needs to, to evolve. You need to work, use it, and don't leave your mind like sleepy mind. I hate it. I don't like it. So intuitive, exploratory. And so what's happened? We need to be more experimental people. So we go straight to experimentation on the material storytelling. So sometimes we work in the opposite things. We take in the hand, I don't know, plastic or stones or vegetable or natural things or animals fur. Sometimes we use to be connected with the material before the the process of collection or brand identity or I know every kind of creative area. If I work in jewelry, sometimes, especially with Bulgari, what usually do Bulgari? They don't start a lot of times from the drawing, but they start from the stone because from high jewelry, stone is only one. We have the big stone, a lot of carat stone, so precious stone that is so difficult to find it similar. So sometimes, you know, people when have a stone, they put the stone, they combine with other stone, the necklace, and after they give, you know, the combination of the stone to the designer, and the designer draw on the stone. It's not the drawing and after I'm looking for the stone. So that is the meaning of everything. So sometimes it's better todo la parte de la experimentación es muy interesante porque el mexicano siente la materia. El mexicano siente la origen de la materia. Pone la materia come principio de artesanía y pone la materia. Muchísima gente vive en todo el México. En toda la parte del México está de todo. Está la naturaleza, está el mar, está... Yo fui a Sayulita, que es un lugar increíble, donde está todo muy eh, wild. Es un lugar donde en México se llega, está el acampamento tartaruguero y la gente ayuda a la tartaruga a ir al mar. Esto es un trabajo diferente. Es la conexión con la naturaleza que es muy importante al mexicano. Y también la conexión con la arte. Con un amigo que tengo que se llama Renato Camarillo Dunque, es el restaurador de todo la ropa de Frida Kahlo y vive en Ciudad de México. Renato es un amigo de muchísimo tiempo. Se conocimos porque estuve trabajando por Balenciaga al Museo de Guadalajara. Yo fui con ellos a ver todo el trabajo de Balenciaga directamente. Ello trabaja con el tejido, estudia la conservación de tejido. Es una cosa increíble. Imagina qué significa cuando Diego Rivera abrí la puerta después de 50 años de la cámara de Frida y buscaron toda la ropa. Nosotros estudiamos también el tejido, estudiamos también el accesorio, estudiamos también cómo se puede hacer un tejido. En IED se puede hacer todo, pero la cosa más importante es imaginar que tú puedes aprender. You can take your background, you can bring your background with you, open your mind and study what you really need. Okay? So, what we have research becomes a lived experience, and the act of making transform in a journey of discovery. Do it, please. Please try to live your life like a discover, like an experience. Try to be every time part of your journey, but with the open eyes, because the experience transform all kind of your journey, will transform. We have different kinds of key direction. We have a narrative, inner narrative, because we need to express who we are. We have cultural memory because we grew up in an incredible country. In Rome, you work in Rome. I think that a lot of people of you probably you came from or you have been in Rome. I don't know, or you have been in Italy. And if you walk in Rome, every corner there is something different. Every corner you find something to look at. Every corner you are in the meantime inside a ruins, archaeological site. So imagine we woke up in the morning and we say the Colosseum, and after you say, the Imperial Forum, and after you say the Treasure Market, and after you say, so sometimes we get enough. And when I come to Mexico, I love to go to see something different. So probably you love to come to see us because it's that the connection to learn from each other, no? And at the heart of this movement, so the experience we say inner narratives. So the narratives that each of you need to find and need to express cultural memory, and transformative experience, because each experiences of our life could be a chance to transform our thought, our intellectual, fields, our, work in a different area. So I think that we have a good things. Another things is the value of the authenticity of the process, of the product, of the perfection in the in the storytelling of your work and in the methodology of your work in the project. So, what is important for me? That you change with vibrant, layered, and joyful life. Okay, and this practice of personal storytelling is a method that becomes a meaning that becomes material. So, method becomes meaning, and meaning becomes material. So we need to follow the wave. In this case, jewelry connection, because we are speaking about jewelry, born with this process because it became more tangible expression of intention, transformation, and identity. I hope that everybody understand. I hope that I'm going not so fast, but I'm so, energetic that sometimes, you know, tell me if you need that I go more slowly. Yo creo que muchas veces yo soy muy, muy lista, ¿no? Pero se te necesita, puedo hablar en manera diferente. La próxima. Gracias, Ricardo. Aquí tenemos una palabra en italiano. ¿Por qué? Porque yo pongo también el italiano como una oportunidad. Evasion. Evasion means go outside. È uno sguardo che si prende altrove. È confine tra ciò che vedi e ciò che immagini. È un linguaggio che muta, si trasforma e si altera. È illustrazione. I think that you love also to hear different language. It's a sight that is fly away. It's a boundaries between so what you see and what you think, that you imagine. It's el lenguaje que puede cambiar, se transforma y se altera en todo. Es la oportunidad de ilustrar, es la oportunidad de poner tu trazo en el papel, porque en este momento que tú pones tu trazo en el papel, tú pones tu identidad. Next one. It's not yesterday, right now. It's not tomorrow. It's right now that we want to change. So with me, please. Right now, we try to enter, we focus in our word. Let's go. Next one. So a new creative process is emerging. Okay. So who we are like birds. The birds, they love to eat. Like mommy give the birds food. I'm your mommy right now. You are my birds. Okay. So I give you food to change something. Let's go. Next one. So the process is non-linear. It's intuitive, exploratory. It prioritizes experimentation, material storytelling, emotional insight over predefined outcomes. So this image is the same things. The process is non-linear because, You don't understand. You say, okay, what is that? It's a paper. Yeah, that could be paper, but why there is a cat? Why there is a window? Why there is a picture inside? Because we would like to explore what's happened. We would try to think with our mind and say, what does it meaning? What's the meaning of this picture? It's experimentation? Could be. It's material storytelling? Could be. It's only emotional? Why not? So that is the reason why every time try to do something different. Don't be simple. You need to be simple when you need to translate a concept. But the beginning, please put in front of you all information that you have and try to explode with your information and try to use all kinds of different ideas that you have in your mind, but don't stop the process. The first process is very, emotional. It's very intimate. It's very personal. It's very, rush. Do it. Don't be, oh, I need to correct because my work is thought to. I know, I need to think more. No, at the beginning, never. Okay? Next one. So what we are, and that I want that everybody, please, at the end of this lesson, I want that everybody try to do your own box of memories. Take a box, all kind of box, paper box or as you like, and do that. Sometimes they call that the retablo, ¿no? The retablo en... vosotros tenete el árbol de la vida, que es una historia. Es una historia increíble porque el árbol de la vida tiene la historia de todo, ¿no? El retablo también. Esa es una historia. Esta también, ¿dónde está? Aquí. Esta es una historia mexicana. ¿Dónde está? Adentro la casa. La caja. Eh, yo tengo muchísimas cosas. Si tú vienes a casa mía, mi casita es llena de México, ¿eh? Mira, tenemos aquí la muñequita. Eh, en esta casa, en esta box, is the archives of memory. Box about became symbolic containers where memories, emotion, and fragment of life are kept. So that is a kind of methodology to do, your collection or to do your, presentation of, I don't know what, of uh, a project or communication project or interior design project or, fashion project is not important. But each object inside tell a story, spark connection, and became a trace of personal or collective experience. Designing a box, this becomes an intimate and a narrative act, a small, portable archives of memory. So sometimes it's not important to have 100,000 of information. It's important to have the right information. But that information needs to tell a story, needs to spark connection, and it became a trace of a personal, a collective experience. So that is very important. And people need to read it, need to understand, why he put that in this way. Because there is a meaning, okay? Find every time a meaning in your life, okay? Next one. So, upside down information. If I look at that, it's a kind of, telephone. So I can use different surface. I can use different paper. It's not important to take a beautiful book to draw. It's important to find every kind of surface, every kind of paper, every kind of object, and put what you think. So it's not important to be so strictly with yourself at the beginning. It's important to change the way how you look at the things. I love to do that because if you look at that, you understand it is a cat, but in the same way, you see something different. You see the geometrical things, you see the shape, there could be the setting, the two legs, the four legs of the cat could be the setting that hold the stone in the jewelry. So, it's different the way. I have a lot of things that I can read. I have a lot of layers. So my object or my story could be with different layers. My story could be divided in different chapters. My story could be divided with picture and text. So I need to read why I want to express myself in a different way. Next one. So archive, squeeze our mind, never stop, never one way, but choose all way. Okay? Archive, squeeze your mind, and choose all way. No, stop your brain. No, open it. Let's go. Next one. This new perspective invites us to flip the script, to turn conventional methods upside down and discover a new way of reading, making, interpreting. Next one. So what's happening right now? We are going more fast because I hope so. Ricardo, did you understand everything? It's okay? Is it? Porque ahora tenemos que entrar nella idea. Behind the yellow, you find the blue. But if you don't look upside down, you never find the blue. That is a metaphor life, baby. Try to find your way. So if I look upside down with my camera sometimes, I want to take the picture of a trompe in a beautiful church, or you do like that, or you take the telephone and you put the telephone upside down with the video. But try to do by yourself these things, because behind the yellow, you find blue. And that is your life. Behind everything, there is something more. Okay? Next one. And what is apparenza is in the opposite, the essence. Sometimes, you see something that you say, oh, that is so beautiful. That person is fantastic. I think I love that thing. But after you don't know that the person has nothing inside because you try to speak, you try to merge your think, you try to create a melting pot of thinking with them, and you never receive a feedback. But that is not the only things. Sometimes there are people or objects that are so nice, far away, but when you come more close, you understand that the stitching of a bag is horrible, the glue in horrible things. So the essence is something different. It means that when you do something, do in the best way. Because what you see in the appearance is not the essence. Remember the things. I love this picture because this picture is perfect to understand that sometimes also the deep of that the blue is a special color. It's a special color because it's the intimate color. It's the connection with the soul, the blue. It's the peace color that psychology use to control the emotion. The yellow is the contrast, completely the contrast. It's the more fake color because it's a very warm color, but in the same way, in contrast with the blue, are completely the opposite. It's in the chromatic circle are the opposite. Next one. So what's happened? After that, I tried to choose picture that give me sensation. I didn't choose picture like a cat, a dog, an apple. I choose something that give me emotion. I choose something that help me to find, shapes to follow. So remember it. Don't choose, something that don't help you in the process of methodology, but choose something that are connected with you, more emotional. That is more emotional for me. I choose it because for me, in that picture, I found something different. And I'm sure that each of you, and I don't know, probably Areli, Ariana, Audrey, Brenda, everybody here with me, they feel different sensation from me. Next one. And here, the blue has no dimension, is outside the dimension. But look what I show you. I show you something completely different. That is the methodology. I choose color, the palette color. I choose a spatial texture. I choose a spatial drawing. I choose a special, seeds, flour, chalks, elements, and everything that could help me in the research. But everything is related with the blue. But it's not the water. It's something different. So try every time to find your blue. Okay? Next one. And that is the sketchbook that I told you before. What is important? What is important for everybody? To enter inside the motion, to put the motion, because my blue is my hand, the imprinting of my hand. It's a stroke like a drop of water. It's something that has no connection with anything. It's a dive inside the blue of the sea. That is the blue. For me, what's your blue? Next time. Next one. And that's also for me the shape that at the end I choose to do something. My blue became the drop of water. My blue became a shape. Next one. Is dying. And my blue became a project. So that is a special earrings made with cataforesi and enamel. But what is beautiful of here is that from this stroke that we have done on the sketchbook, we found our signature for the collection. Next one. And here you see the first sketch that the last sketch that I show you, you can see here the same one. So that is a kind of necklace. Es un collar, ¿no? Es un collar que parece el agua, el movimiento del agua, el movimiento de la relación que tenemos con el blue, con el agua y con todo eso que es una parte de trabajo muy íntimo. El próximo, por favor, Ricardo, muchas gracias. Y tenemos da. Remember, I never stop to say that. So we start uh, with the process of methodology, but preserve your precious memory. So the sketching is the memory of a moment. You need to preserve, never throw away anything. Because one day, if you come back in the same book, you probably found a new way of looking at your sketch and you can create something new. Okay? Next one. So look behind, be curious, open your door. Try to be like a baby that you are surprised of your life. Okay? Next one. And here you can see picture and sketching. Close up of picture and sketching. So we took from the ideas, from the picture that we choose for us, because everybody could choose their own way. The bubble, micro parts of a plant, of a leaves. Here you can find, the macro cells of the plants. So what's happened? You can do close up, you can do zooming, you can do reducing. That is depends on you. Is important. Open it, close it, open it, close it. What's happened? And in that moment that you need to take a picture and everything is going to explode because you understand that something is going to change. Next one. So you must break. Look at the picture, the breaking. At the beginning is only a kind of fracture that you see, è una frattura, ¿no? Que tenemos nella parte del cemento. ¿Se dice cemento, Ricardo? ¿Ok? E la misma fractura ahí es diferente porque it's a kind of crackle. It's a crackle of an image. And the other one, we have another kind of fracture. The fracture is a cut. So what's happened? In the process, we need to try. I told you, material, emotion, experimental things, out of the boundaries, try to find, go behind, okay? Next one. And here is the starting point. So we choose image, we choose what we like, we start to sketch, we start to imagine. But that is the beautiful things of life, because in that way, you are using new idea and new sketch to give you the chance to do something different. Next one. Look at that bracelet. The bracelet came from the movement. This is a kind of movement that take from the natural movement of the folds in the textile, in the fabric, ¿no? Me parece una parte de la camiseta, esta parte aquí, pero toda de metal. Está muy interesante porque es una otra oportunidad de hacer un trabajo. No se puede poner todas las veces la brazaleta como una brazaleta normal. Esta es una brazaleta, pero con una innovación. Tenemos una parte de investigación nueva. Porque imagínate poner tu camiseta blanca con eso arriba. Es increíble, ¿no? Porque es muy cool. It's very cool. It's fantastic. You can go outside with your white and you put this one, the bracelet here. Everybody look at you. I'm sure about that. And people say, wow, that is great. She's doing something new. She's doing something completely different. That is the way. Why we need to change. Next one. So the future depends on all of us. Artificial intelligence is a technology that allows you to generate, classify, perform tasks such as image analysis. And AI is the industrial revolution of, of knowledge work. And is it transforming how people use information, search for ideas, and create? So what's up right now? Next one. Everything is going to change. If we go in the magazine, that was the magazine. We don't know, we don't recognize which is real, which is fake. Because right now people, do with artificial intelligence a lot of picture. But what is the real one here? What is the fake one? So we need to be very structured in this. We need to understand, because sometimes with artificial intelligence, we are going to lose our identity. Everything's very similar. So in which way we need to use it, this one? Especially for the research of shape. Next one, Ricardo. Thank you so much. So we are looking. We need to focus. We need to use our eyes. We need to use our feeling and understand what is real and what is not real. Right now, I saw a lot of videos last days of a tiger that entered inside, a chalet in the middle of the forest, a tiger in the middle of the forest in the chalet. So what's happened? That the people love to do weird, information, fake information, and the people don't understand anything. The only thing that is real, that the thief stolen the jewelry in the Louvre. And they made it in the very incredible way. If you think about that, they made it in a simple way, in the pure way. They take the steps, they ride, they break the window, they enter, they stole it, and they got away with a motorcycle. You know what does it mean? In the word of incredible, you know, interaction with the camera, the intelligent artificial intelligence, and every kind of security, is the same. It's a metaphor, but it's the same way how I try to speak with you. I told you, sometimes it's not important to become Arsenio Lupin or to become the great thief in the life. Probably it's the easy way to do something, but we need to look and to understand, to use your eyes, not to be a part of the interconnection, a hyperconnection. Next one. Look at this. So something is going to change. Something is going to change in this world. That is me with a lot of ring in the hand. And this ring, every ring has a different, icon, different meaning. So sometimes if you want to speak, you speak with your ring. My ring is a popcorn. I love the popcorn. And this popcorn for me, you know what does it mean? the explosion of my life. It's me, the popcorn. I'm crazy things, and boom. But what does it mean, that one? It means that is a good interconnection with people. When the people love this, I love it because that is full of energy. Yeah, because I choose my identity. You need to choose your identity. And the only way to do that is to study. If you don't study, you lose yourself. You need to find methodology. You need to find good professor. You need to find people that help you to grow up and to find your way. Okay? Next one. That is a ring, but in the same way, it's a ring with an ecological, experimental material. That orange material is made by, you know, the powder of eggs. You know, the exterior part of the eggs that is very strong, like ceramic. They use it, they use different things. She is experimental things. So sometimes also experimentation is very important because experimentation put in the jewelry. And you know what's happened? That kind of material, when you use it, when you wet it, day by day is gone away. And at the end, when everything is gone, you have a precious stone inside. So you see the treasure that she hid inside. That is amazing. That is another idea, you know? Next one. And this is another idea. The part that you see in the middle, there is a little part, a tube of plexiglass. And this other part over here is a kind of stone made like a circle. Inside there is a magnetic things. It's fly. It's a fly in the ring. That is a ring for 3 finger. You put in the finger and you see the stone that fly. So that is another experimental things, okay? Next one. What is important for us? To use intelligence, artificial intelligence to study, to use, because intelligence, artificial intelligence take the unexpected, the inspiration. That is a work that my friend Paula De Luca, she's the best, trendsetter and trend visionary person. She realized the trend book of jewelry. She always used artificial intelligence to create the atmosphere. So here there are a lot of 1, 2, 3 pictures for the scenarios, for the wearable, and for the connection with the inspiration. Okay, so sometimes you can use it, but in the proper way. Not only because, oh, I want to do an incredible man, I want to do a... No, it's not like this. You need to use in the right way, okay? Next one. Look at this. That is the same way. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures of artificial intelligence. But create something with artificial intelligence is easier than create something with your mind because it's going very fast. But remember that the prompt is necessary to create. So you need also to use the text. You need the intelligence to create something. But what is important? It's important to use in the proper way. Okay, next one. So the scenario is something that we have inside. Now we enter in the scenario and what's happened in the customer wear. Next one. That is what is going on. People like me, that, last day, one student told me, Professor, there is inside the class, there is a very old professor. And, I don't remember the name of the old professor. I say, which professor? Ah, that is Carlo. I understood that Carlo has the same age of me, 61. So, old professor, you know what does it mean? It's not that real because the joy economy is the economy of the other age. So you need to think about that in life. It's going so fast, but we love to come back. And so that is amazing. So the joy economy, next one, is something that is going to change because we love the joyfully, the funny, the experience. We love to discover, like the young generation. So we need to think that every time there is a hyper connection between all ages. Okay? Next one. Ah, tenemos un muro para el cierre. Terminamos. Ok, vamos a ver velocísimo. Vamos. Vamos, Ricardo, veloz, veloz. Aquí tenemos el Wonderland, el Playful, Color Exploration, toda la parte de la I, con toda la parte de la fantasía. Vamos, toda la parte de la I. Vamos más veloz, más veloz. Aquí tenemos toda una parte de investigación por la naturaleza, el coraje de inventar, el coraje de la naturaleza, el coraje de esperar la fuerza del minimalismo. La parte más importante, to be is art, use yourself, use the creativity that you have in your mind, use everything that help you to find new position in the world. Ah, it was so fast at the end. I really hope that you enjoy. I'm so happy because I hope that you enjoy my moment.
Muchas gracias, Bárbara. Sí, nos comimos un poco del tiempo de las preguntas, pero creo que era importante ver esta última parte tuya de la creatividad. Me sentí como, me hiciste regresar al IED de Milán, de como los profesores. Creo que es algo que me ha encantado de estudiar en Italia, el amor y la pasión por la creatividad y cómo se traduce eso en ah, o sea, actually create, ¿no? Creo que era importantísimo que los asistentes vieran esa parte. Entonces, bueno, muchísimas gracias por la presentación.
Es muy interesante, ¿no? Hablar con los estudiantes, que sé, gracias, Bárbara, maravilloso. Muchas gracias a todos.
Sí,
eh, por mí, por Ricardo, por lo IED, es un placer, es es un momento de conexión con vosotros. Muchas gracias.
sí, muchas gracias a todos por esta sesión. Esperamos que resulte provechosa para acercar a los estudiantes mexicanos y al público a esos nuevos conceptos. En nombre de la Cámara de Comercio Italiana en México y el Instituto Europeo de Design, me gustaría expresar mi gratitud por su presencia en esta sesión. También extiendo mi agradecimiento a todas las marcas que forman parte del encuentro creativo, entre ellas Elisor Luxottica, Lavazza, Fiat y entre otros. Muchísimas gracias a todos por participar. Muchísimas gracias, Bárbara. Un piacere veramente. Espero que haya sido increíble para todos.
Gracias a todos, gracias muchísimo a todos por el interesamiento.
Gracias.
Gracias.